We're just putting a new ledger board underneath these rafters. You can see they have an old 2x4 up there right now, starting to pull away from the wall. And they've got a cable, I don't know if you can see it, but they've got a cable, there it is, running through right there, down to that wall, back up to here. And that's kept this from falling over and this whole thing from falling off. Something else we're doing on this project, you can see they put this tree in here years ago. They were doing some cutting on the property, decided not to cut it in half and actually use it for a support in their old barn. This was sagging a bit, it never used to have a post, but this post has been a real pain. It's been in the way, made the barn less usable. So what we're doing is we're gonna put an LVL beam across up here, right there where that old beam is. It's gonna be LVL 4-ply, it's gonna be very solid, and that way they won't need a post and it won't sag. If you have an older building that you've been thinking about getting fixed up and you have people come to you and say, hey, it's not worth it, you know, don't bother, tear it down, build something new, don't put any money into that. Talk to us before you do anything crazy with it, because a lot of times it's a few simple fixes like we did here. We did a few simple fixes. Now this building's solid again, gives them some peace of mind, don't have to worry about it. So we can just look at what you need done, give you some options on just fixing what needs to be done. It doesn't need to be a full rebuild, replace, doesn't need to be torn down. Give us a call, we can talk about your options. You can see right here, we put a brand new post in, 6x8 post that is supporting the beam. And what we did when we put it in, we actually lifted the beam back up because it had sagged quite a bit. The post was rotting and sinking. We put a screw pile in, mounted it on the screw pile, and that way it's not going to sink again. It's going to be a solid foundation. So we really beefed this up, supported this a lot better than it was, put some more life into this old building. Right here, the foundation was sinking a bit. It was sagging a little. So we've taken jacks, lifted this back up to the proper height, and then we're going to put a screw pile in there later this afternoon. New post, going to support it at the proper height, never going to sink again, going to be a super solid foundation. So just 2 post replacements on this one. The rest of them seem pretty solid, haven't settled in the last 40 or 50 years, so pretty good. You can see all this brand new siding here on the back of this building. We just replaced a bunch of it that a bear had torn off. Now it looks a little bit funny because it's brand new, but it wasn't looks we were going for. We're going for protecting the framing behind there. So I want to make sure that this building stays solid, and this will do the trick. It doesn't look super fancy or anything, but the framing's protected again. Hopefully the bees don't build more honey nests back there and the bears leave it alone. Check this out right up above me. You can see this LVL beam. It's a 4-ply 14-inch LVL that we put in here. The original beam was not working very well. It had started to settle, so what the homeowner here had done was put a bit of a log underneath it to prop it up and make sure it didn't completely break. And that log was in the way. It was hard to, get in here, access this area. So we took the log out, we put this 14-inch LVL 4-ply beam in here. It's solid, will never sag. Added some point loads at the ends, and now it's fixed up, it's solid, it's going to be a good building for years to come.